r/AskReddit, what made you to think I'm never visiting again after being in someone's home? Burn everything. It was my own fault. I broke a decorative porcelain baby Jesus they had in a Christmas display. I left right after and never went back. I'm sorry, but this made me literally laugh out loud. I think it's how you worded it. What was their reaction? The way my wife's stepdad treats everyone. He used to be a big shot at his work. Now, he's retired and still think he runs everything. He's rude and not welcoming at all. We had a big fallout with him a while back. It was inevitable to happen, especially when his rudeness started being directed towards our 2-year-old. I can't imagine having such a fragile ego that I start having beef with a 2-year-old. Glad you got away from that clown. Reeked of cat piss. Place looked fine, pretty clean, and they were nice people, but damn, they obviously became nose blind to their cat stench. Yeah, our place was a bit pungent in the last month of our elderly cat's life. We were covering every surface, including our bed, that she would sleep on with disposable bed liners. Poor little lady just couldn't make it to her box, so she'd get her old bones out of her bed and would pee wherever she was before getting back into bed. Removed. Listen, I recently stayed at someone's house who I discovered bed bugs at and told them. They decided that I was wrong and it was a different kind of bug. I would have gotten a hotel and noped the fuck out. There was a friend of mine and his grandfather was such a pain in the ass, no privacy, popping out of nowhere staring like he wanna kill me or something. One day I was using washroom at this friend's place and the grandpa just went all in without knocking and stood there looking at me while I was taking a dump and said, "What are you doing?" After that day I never went back to his place. Cat was on the counter chewing on the ham. It was then served to us, chew marks, hair and all. The server was adamant that it wasn't the cat even though several of us saw it and moved the cat away. Then we got lectured for not being appreciative of our hair and saliva-soaked food. The toxoplasmosis has taken over the host's body. Dirty houses. I spent the night at a friend's house. The bed was in her sewing room. Everything looked neat and tidy, funny smell, but I can live with it. Go to bed. Wake up an hour later, my head and skin feels like they are crawling. I had teeny bugs everywhere, could have been lice, bed bugs, I don't know, but it was the worst experience of my life. Scrubbed myself raw and never visited again. I found out that she tidied very well, but never really cleaned. Ugh. Poop was smeared on the walls. She had a toddler living in a garbage hoard. I left and called CPS and never went over again. Ventured over to a college buddy's place for what was supposed to be an epic game night. As soon as I stepped in, I realized epic was a bit of an exaggeration unless you include the epic scale of biohazards present. The kitchen looked like a science experiment gone wrong, mold cultures flourishing in unwashed dishes, and the living room? A veritable obstacle course of laundry mountains and mystery stains. Bathroom so dirty I was disgusted to use. I went to a friend's house where his sister didn't use toilet paper. She had a shit towel that was draped over the banister outside the upstairs bathroom. She'd wipe her shitty anus on it and then drape it back over the banister outside the bathroom. I lived in a caravan park when I was 17 and started seeing another girl who lived there. I went to her parents' van to meet them and there was hardcore porn all over the walls while the whole family, including a toddler, watched porn like it was the fucking Lion King. Never went back and stopped seeing her not long after. That was a weird family. How devastating. How disgusting, you wonder why they would try to normalize that in front of children. Sounds like grandpa maybe had dementia and the family just didn't acknowledge it. That's called covert sexual abuse. There were empty cat food bags all over the floor and at least 15 cats running around the house all over everything. Okay friend, we will never be having dinner at your place. It gives me a shiver when I think about it, it was so filthy. She asked me to house sit and stay at her place for a couple of weeks. No. You would never know that this chaos existed in her home. When you see her, she's put together. How this is possible I have no idea. It's feces, ripped drapes and things getting knocked over. Visited a friend's house, they had framed pictures of the best time they had with each of their friends on their staircase. I did not feature. Known them for 10 plus years, and had many nights out, been to concerts with them, but not good enough time to feature. It appeared I was just their taxi service as they didn't drive. Maybe you were the lucky one. Maybe those friends on the wall were the ones they feasted upon. Yush. Jesus. Did you ask them about it? Removed. Deleted. An old friend of mine, God rest his soul, invited me over to his house. It was an army married quarter, for a barbecue. He had house rabbits and these things shit as they hopped, It was an inch thick in places and they were absolutely blind to it. The one good thing was, they had a decent doormat outside the front of their house, so you could wipe your feet on the way out. Dirty, dirty beggars. There was the filthiest toilet I had seen and it stank like there was a leak somewhere. The person I was visiting was so accustomed to the smell that they didn't even realize something was off until my mate and I told them something was wrong. You know, this thread makes me feel a lot better about the state of my place. My greatest fear is that my home gradually takes on a bad smell that no one tells me about. Reeked of cigarettes. I mean, I smoked on occasion, at a bar or club with a beer, so wasn't vehemently anti-smoking by any means, but it was horrible. Ugh, it's like that at my dad's house, and whenever I visit, even if it's for like 30 minutes, I have to wash my hair and all my clothes. It's so nasty. I was at a friend's house when I was a kid and his older brother started having an argument with his parents. I didn't think much of it until the older brother threw a chair and smashed a sliding door. It was time to go after that, and we started playing N64 at my house after that. Same. Watching a few episodes of Hoarders always makes me feel like I live in an immaculately spotless house too. I've spent a night at my high school's friend's house, and in the morning he asked me for $10 for the bills and the food we ate. Mind you, I brought snacks and drinks. I never said hello to him again. The worst is, he is everything but struggling. People who actually are struggling aren't the people who nickel and dime their friends. Like $10 for the amount of electricity and heat you consumed that night? That's hilarious. And also fuck that guy LMAO. I slept on my friend's couch and woke up with bug bites all over my body.
Hey guys, it's Reddit Glitch. Thanks for watching to the end of the video. I just wanted to ask you guys to hit the subscribe button because according to my statistics, 98.8% of my viewers are not subscribed, which I think you should subscribe because it's free, and we're going to have a lot more bangers in the future, so subscribe. Again, thanks for watching. Bye.